Hi there internet, how you doing? Thanks for coming back, it means a lot to me. Now, today I thought I'd do something again close to home. I'd talk about myself and the things that I don't like in life. Quite simply, I don't like anything medical, doctors, dentists. I mean, who likes the idea of someone coming along and putting their hands in your mouth? It's weird and unnatural.
It's just me and my silly life. I'm Mr. Mandy Pants.
So I've got a couple of stories to tell you about times I've experienced these things that I don't like and how they affected me and the people around me. The first is the dentist. The thing I don't like about the dentist is they put their hands inside your mouth as a living. This time in particular was more recent. I went and had a wisdom tooth removed. I'm now 28, as you found out in the last video. So I'm sitting in the chair and the dentist is looking through my mouth and he says, Liam, your wisdom tooth seems to have rotted, so I'm going to have to pop that out. Will that be a problem? I look him dead in the eyes and I say, I'm probably going to bite you. And he looks back at me dead serious and he goes, it's just weird. He did it, he took my tooth out, it didn't hurt. Turns out I'm just a massive wuss. The second story is basically, I was a lot younger. I went to have some injections in my arm. So I went in for my jab as a child and they tried to do it, but I screamed so loudly and cried that there was no way I was going to let them put a needle in my arm. Who likes being stabbed with a needle? I mean, if you do that, it's definitely weird. Now eventually they had to give up and call my mum in. I still kicked a fuss up and I still didn't let them do it. Time travelled 2 weeks later when we had to go to the doctors to get it done. Now, the nurse, in my head, I'll always remember her being a big, burly version of a woman. It took her, another nurse and my mum to physically hold me down to give me the injection. Now, achievement to them, they did manage to do it in the end. However, I did bite a chunk out of my mum's arm in the process. Does that make me a cannibal? I think I'm alright with that. It's basically steak, isn't it? Now, considering the fact that I don't like seeing doctors or dentists or going to hospitals, I don't tend to keep myself out of the line of danger. I fall over, I hurt myself quite a lot. The one that comes to mind is when I was working as a kitchen porter in a hotel restaurant. I had to clear bins out, empty the bin bags, take them out, bring them back in, refill them, nice and simple. Now, we had several Polish chefs at the time. They had quite a sick, dark sense of humour. Like, regularly they used to come in with their hot pans and go... Now this time, I took a bin bag out, and as I walked back in, Vlad, the chef, walked up to me, and he said, "Hey, Liam." He's now Russian, apparently. "Liam, your back is bleeding. Why is your back bleeding?" And I was like, oh, alright mate, you cheeky monkey, you. And he went, no Liam, seriously, your back is bleeding. And he reached behind me and he pulled his hand back and it was sopped in blood. And I was just like, I've cut my back open. Turns out that I'd taken a bin bag out of the bin, done it up, and I committed the cardinal sin. As I sealed it, I threw it over my shoulder. There was a shard of glass about this long inside the black bag, which just pierced in and pierced out. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, at the time my manager was quite a strict man named Jay. Now, he drove a very nice white convertible sports car with white leather interior. So I wander through to his office and I say, Jay, I seem to have cut myself. And he's like, alright, no, that's fine, just go to the medics. And I'm like, no, seriously, I've proper cut myself. And I pull my shirt up to reveal my back, which is now basically just pouring blood out, and his face drains. You can see him thinking, this is going to be a lawsuit. He says, Liam, get in my car, I'm going to take you to the hospital. And I'm like, fine, whatever. So we go jump in this car, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get your car all dirty. And he's like, no, don't worry, Liam, it's fine, just get in. In his head he's going, get in, don't sue us, don't sue us, don't sue us, don't sue us. Don't sue us. So I get in, and I'm just thinking, I'm in so much pain, and I'm soaking this man's car with my blood. So it's like, right, we're going to go to the hospital. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. We'll go home. My mum and dad are both nurses. They'll sort me out. As I get out of the car, I look back in and I see the state that I have left in his car. I can't quite remember what happened after that. I imagine it was never spoken of again. Another example of when I hurt myself, it wasn't really my fault. I'm a very theatrical person. I've toured with several theatre companies, been in multiple shows. I'm not an easily embarrassed person. I'm quite happy to make a prat out of myself. Now, on this occasion, I was in a variety show. For this number in particular, I was one of 3 guys who was doing a cover, a lip sync cover, to Sisters by the Andrew Sisters. It involved us, all 3 of us, being in beautiful purple dresses. Something I don't mind being in a dress. I look quite nice in a dress. So we're on stage, and I can't remember what I did, but I did something to seriously piss off one of the other guys. So there's a moment in it where we all go to the front of the stage in a line. The 2 people either side of me come in, but what actually happened is he put his foot out, and I toppled back and smacked my back, which has technically permanently damaged my back. Thanks for that. Again, we didn't go to the hospital. My family's very much, if you're not dying, you're alright. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I'm going to start uploading every single Sunday without fail. This one's a bit late because I've had a shift round with some equipment in my house. I've got this new sexy microphone here. Now, if you did enjoy this, or you just want to tell me how much it sucked, feel free to comment down below. If you did like it, please feel free to subscribe. Don't forget I have Twitter and Instagram, and I'm always on them. I will speak to you next week. Toodle pip!